don't know if you guys have seen it or heard about it. ExtraEmily has been in a lot of controversy lately. Especially now because she DMCA'd Yeet, who is actually a pretty good channel, which of course my Twitter doesn't load anymore, because why would it? He covers drama mainly around like the big names on streaming and YouTubing. Say Asmongold, say Tactone. Follows me. To just insert myself. Either way, she has DMCA'd. ExtraEmily has DMCA'd a clip that he posted from her stream in which her father is making fun of her, poking a little bit of fun at her, saying, "Did you pay your parents back yet?" And then she doubled down on that she doesn't regret DMCAing. So if you don't know who ExtraEmily is, she is a big name streamer. I believe she is in OTK. Was friends with Aspen. Don't know how close they are really. And she's one of the big female streamers. But to stay in relevancy, she has gotten herself into drama. One of her more recent ones where, first of all, where the controversy where she didn't want to pay her parents back, and then she decided to do it because she has gotten backlash, and only because she has gotten backlash, at least in my opinion, from my understanding. And the second one, which was more recent, was when she drove over a red light in Texas, I believe she is, and she said people do this all the time there, which other people in Texas have said, no, that is not true. We do not do this all the time. She had gotten a 1-day ban for that, but she was just laughing it off. Like, ooh, oopsie, I do this all the time, it doesn't matter. What if there was a person? What do you mean? I think Twitch should make it against TOS to stream while driving. Or at least you need to have a passenger with you who needs to take care of chat. You should not be allowed to look at chat while you are driving. It's so dangerous. Either way, let's get into Rev's video.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to be doing a follow-up to yesterday's video. As you can see with the title, it states this: ExtraEmily effed around and found out after using DMCA takedowns to...
I hope he's gonna make a summary, but if not, that's basically what happened. That she DMCA'd Yeet, the account orc 20,000, because he shared the clip of it.
Silence critics. So the streamer ExtraEmily is a successful one, someone who works with OTK, but she has been under a lot of fire recently in the past few months for various controversies, and some of them I think are warranted and some are not. But some of the warranted controversies and criticism she's been facing stem from stuff like this, where she was banned for 1 day on Twitch after
1 day ban for breaking the law,
running a very clear red light while streaming and reading her chat, which was a ridiculous situation. But this controversy in particular, back from January of this year, has been the one that has personally affected her the most. I think that's very clear by her reaction to this, where on stream, she admitted that her parents had spent $170,000 on her college tuition, and she stated that they had no demand that she pays this back, and instead she had no obligation to pay it back, that she didn't want to pay this back despite her own family saying this massive contribution to her education
almost got them broke. Like, they were broke because of this. They were like, I hate this. I genuinely hate this one so much that she acted so entitled, and like, it's not like she doesn't have the money. She does. Like, it's so disappointing to see.
Almost made them broke. She said she just didn't want to do it. And a lot of people took this really negatively. Her own chat was roasting her as a result of this. And this is the underlying story behind everything we're talking about in this video and in yesterday's video. And
Also, parents have no obligation to put you through college. Like, I'm sorry, but they do not have an obligation to do it. They do it because they care about their child. Because they want their child to succeed. But there is no obligation to do it. And then to act entitled. To just be like, nah, I don't care. Like, what the hell? It's genuinely disgusting to me. Like, I don't have the best relationship with my parents, right? But even I, like, try to help my mom out when I can. And if I can. Like, bro, what the fuck?
As a result of the backlash from that stream where she talked about the tuition, she would end up saying she's going to pay back her parents, and she's made several installments, including this initial one back in January where she paid $40-something thousand, and it's clear that she's doing this in steps. She's going to pay back her parents over the course of...
Sure, right? Like, whatever. Maybe she needs the money for something in the background. Maybe she has other, like, obligations, sure. I think it's good that she's paying it back. I do believe that she only did it because of the backlash, though. I do believe that if this would have never been brought up, she would have never paid to her parents, is what I believe.
Time. And again, a lot of people look at this and say, you're a millionaire, why aren't you paying this back in full immediately? But regardless, that is her plan. And of course, recently she made some more comments, really led to more comments about this situation where she called her dad, well, of course, streaming while driving once again.
Again,
where she put
it was while driving on top of that,
father
Jesus.
on speakerphone, and he made a joke. And this is something I recognized in my video yesterday. I said this was clearly a joke. He was teasing her, but he said,
I didn't see the clip.
Basically...
And I feel like she might DMCA anyone with the clip.
Where's the college tuition? Have you paid it back full yet? Where she says, don't bring that up. I'm going to get canceled. This was the headline of this tweet made by the account Yeet, who...
I did see the initial one. ExtraEmily dad asked the question, did you pay your college tuition back to us yet? Don't bring that up. I'm going to get cancelled. Just that. And the media has been disabled in response to a report by the copyright owner. I'm gonna raise you one more. When I believe it was the first controversy with the parents starting, well, that was starting, and all the backlash started happening, I saw clips being removed on Twitter. I think she has done this before. Like clips about her, which first I had seen the clip, and then when I went back to the tweet, it was gone. She has most likely done this before. Her next response gets better. Let's see it.
Shared a clip of what transpired in her now deleted stream, and
oh, she deleted that stream on top of that, damn. I'm surprised that some streamers act above the law, because I'm a streamer like Jack Doherty, where he ran in a highway over... Oh my god. Yeah. I saw that from Jack Doherty, man. Like, what the fuck? And after he'd crashed, he demanded he could stream. Like, bro, are you referring to the one where his friend was literally hurt? And he was, like, giving him the camera, like, yo, keep filming. Like, that? Like, Jesus, man. That was some disgusting ass shit, too.
ExtraEmily, in response, did a DMCA takedown of this tweet. And things have really spiraled out of control from there. Here is a, I guess, active version of that same clip. You can check out my previous video where I shared this with the full audio. But basically, she's on the phone with her dad. He teases her about the college tuition thing.
I want to see the clip. We're gonna quickly go into his previous video. Because I haven't watched the previous video. I just went through the... Earlier, before stream, I went quickly through here to see if he's gonna summarize it. But hey, let's find the clip itself. And if she's gonna DMCA it, well...
Applied after this clip would go live.
So, could you let me know, did you pay the tuition, your college tuition back to us yet?
Yes!
This year? I
Yes!
never heard a mom say
Dad,
that.
don't bring that up! I'm gonna get cancelled!
Yeah, cancel what?
Cancelled on the internet!
She doesn't even know what cancel means,
Bye.
man.
Okay. So your chat heard this, okay? They can check it. You know. don't
Bye,
forget
Dad.
it. Okay, so why you avoid this topic and you?
Cause I got so much hate for it! You don't even
just-
know!
Bro, just own up to it. Like, instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna get cancelled, boo-hoo, just be like, yeah, I'm paying you back. I made a mistake. Like, so I'm getting a kid. Like, shut up. No one gets cancelled anymore. Cancellations don't work. Like, shut the fuck up.
This one? For this issue?
Yes!
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. We want you to pay us back happily,
Yes!
not get any burden or something.
I'm hanging up. My dad is gonna go crazy. I'm gonna get another clip. I'm gonna get cancelled again.
So to make two things clear right now,
Okay, that's the other video.
and she gets very triggered about it and hangs up on it. And this was shared by many accounts. Apparently this one, despite having nearly 1 million views on this tweet, was not important enough to get a DMCA
That's
takedown,
interesting.
unlike the previous account.
That's very interesting that that one isn't
But
taken
yeah,
down.
it's out there. This is something that's not unfamiliar to a lot of streamers. If you're gonna stream your whole life as ExtraEmily does, clips will be taken and it'll make you look bad. But
That's just how it is as a streamer. That's just how it is. Deal with it.
she felt the need to DMCA take down the Yeet account, but not other accounts. It's very confusing what her goals are. But Yeet stated very clearly, after getting financial support, a dedicated financial
Oh, that's the one I wanted to show you guys too, because I wasn't sure if you was gonna bring it up. That's the one right here.
support from Dan Saltman, who said he would pay for all of the legal costs of this potential lawsuit. And Yeet said, release the claim or I will countersue or counterclaim with Dan's help and seek restitution and attorney's fees. He won't settle either. Last chance before this spirals out of control. And that's really where we left things yesterday, where there was no real response from Emily about the situation other than her DMCA takedown. But this morning, she did make a magnum opus on the situation. That is,
I briefly saw this, man. How can you be like this? I haven't seen the entire thing. I haven't read it all. I got a quick summary of it from someone. I don't know that she wants to. Here it says in the title, set a precedent, man. What are you talking about?
eye-opening, to say the
What
least.
are you talking
so
about?
She said this. I was holding off on saying something, but I would like to stand up for myself. Number one, I pay my parents in 6-month installments. It's May. The next payment is scheduled for June. My dad is trolling and joking.
We know. We know it's a joke. We know you're paying your parents off. You've gotten the backlash for it. We know. It's not about that.
Which, by the way, to clarify two things. She has not DMCA'd my video sharing several clips of her from this year. And in my video, I talked about how I believed this was a joke from her dad who was trolling her. And I guess that's confirmed. And I also stated that she has not paid back the full tuition and she's doing it in installments. And
Which
she
is
confirmed this
fine.
also. So everything I said in my video so far has been confirmed by Emily. But she says this further. Number two, I DMCA'd the clips because I knew Twitter has a hate boner for me and would absolutely blow it up, starting another massive hate train on an out-of-context clip where
Boo freaking who. Bro, if you, like, literally, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Like, literally, if you cannot handle the heat of being a streamer, don't stream then. Being a streamer, you will be taken out of context. Non-stop. What are you fucking talking about, man?
Sounds like she's playing the victim like hell. She is, yes. It's not like that how DMCA works. Who's going to tell her? That's what I've been thinking about. Like, how can she even DMCA take down a clip? Like, how does that even work? I mean, of course it doesn't work. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this. Because they would win this. Because there is no reason. False claim, isn't it? I believe so. Like, it's a misuse of DMCA, it is. This reminds me when Alinity wanted to Yo, can we copyright strike this guy? I wanna copyright strike him. Can we do that? Yo, can we copyright strike PewDiePie? Oh, I hated that clip, man. Oh, she says copy strike? I don't remember, man. It's been years. It's been years. I don't remember the exact thing, okay?
People would make assumptions about the truth. The internet did that anyways, so I guess it'll happen regardless. Love that. However, bitch, I don't regret DMCAing anyone when someone's main goal is to share a drama-baiting out-of-context clip that has no information and is most likely to start hate. Why would I keep a clip up if it's just promoting harassment and they're making money off of my unaltered content with the crying emoji? Now, if they do share a moment where I truly F up, then take responsibility and let the clips roam free. Or she'll say she'll take responsibility and let the clips roam free. Okay. So this is interesting because she's basically admitting that she's not only DMCAing people, but also doing so because she doesn't want things to blow up on Twitter. That is not the purpose of DMCAs.
That's not how you do it.
It is to protect copyrighted content, not to silence people who are sharing clips of you.
Nice of her to admit that she filed a false DMCA that will help in court. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I hope she doesn't take it down, and I hope it escalates and bites her in the ass. I like to see the world burn, I guess. But she refuses to take accountability. She always does. So I honestly hope she doesn't release it, and they do go to court.
Doing things that clearly upset you in terms of how people react to those clips. I don't understand. The context is actually very full. The clip that was shared contained all the context. It just doesn't look
true.
good.
That is actually true. Oops. It is not out of context. It's not. Like, it's the call, they joke, she hangs up on him. Because of it, she says, don't joke about that, I'm gonna get cancelled. Like, everyone knows the context. You're just being an ass.
Father called you up, or you called up your father, and he said some jokes that people took in a certain way. If you don't like that, don't call your father on stream. Stop live streaming every moment of your life. Stop.
Legit! He's so right! Really ironic to see people like Emily be well loved and been told by multiple people calling her a sweet person, only for her to prove everyone wrong and fumble the ball for nearly a year. Like, legit, what is happening, man? I don't think she's a sweet person. I don't. I think she's a very dumb person. I do think so. Well, at the same hand, being sweet and being dumb you can be both. But I don't think she's sweet. I just think she's entitled. She's entitled and she's dumb.
Stop monetizing every waking moment of your life, and things like this won't happen, along with all the other various controversies that Emily has been facing over the past couple of months. This is ridiculous. They're trying to say that a caption,
thank you for the Gamer Subs purchase,
and a set of criticism that was provided for this tweet that was sharing the clip is somehow out of context and only made to start hate. Well, maybe people are criticizing you for a clip that makes you look bad. Is it really that hard to digest? I know other people who are clearly friendly with Emily and OTK, who have come out and said, this wasn't a good decision. Again,
Yeah, because it's
let's not even focus on the
It's so
legal
dumb.
aspects, because many people will make the case that she wasn't legally in the right for...
Oh, bro, if she didn't do anything about the DMCA strike, the clip wouldn't have gone viral. I believe that wholeheartedly. I do believe the clip would have just sat at like 20, 30k views. Like, she did this unironically to herself, the YMCA strike.
making this takedown, and this tweet, by the way, makes it even more clear. But even if she was in the legal right, was it the right thing to do in terms of common sense?
No.
No. Everyone
No.
knows this. It's the Streisand
No.
effect, okay?
There it is. Actually, what I described was the Streisand effect. Very true. Very true. Oh god, a tanky poo to Herb, Johnny Somali. They self-report themselves with stupid acts and then threaten to sue and the MCA just to hide their actions from accountability or dissent. Yeah! No, you're absolutely right.
This clip, that likely would have been forgotten about in a few days, is now becoming a center of controversy. It is now being used as a situation where Extra Emily is using DMCA takedowns to silence people repeating her own content back to her. That's not a good look, and this was
It's
a
not at
massive
all.
mistake. But let's continue. Number 3. It's been exhausting seeing all these harassing comments, clips, and videos towards me on a clip where my dad was just trolling me. I want to stand up for myself and stop misinformation from spreading.
I don't know, why didn't you just quote retweet the original tweet then? And say we're clearly joking. But no, you're more worried about the image, about your own image of what could be. You're more worried about getting quote-unquote cancelled, which doesn't even happen anymore. Bro, you know how many cancellation attempts I had as a small streamer and I'm still here? Like, realistically, it should be easier to cancel the small streamer, right? Because they are small and only have quote-unquote little support, which isn't true. You guys support me a lot. But cancellation attempts don't do anything. No. Because people are sick and tired of people trying to cancel other people.
And I also ask that people on the internet take these clips with a grain of salt. Thanks. Again, this is just a clip sharing a portion of her own stream. And now she's trying to claim that it's spreading misinformation while also claiming that there's nothing transformative about the clip that was shared. That doesn't make any sense. You're basically telling on yourself. You're basically saying that the clip is sharing a negative message about yourself. Again, if you don't want your father saying these things, if he has a history of trolling you on stream,
Why did you get him to call you then? Yeah.
then maybe don't call him. You gotta
Yeah.
stop monetizing every single second of your life if you're so sensitive about people reacting to clips that you're
She's not made to be a streamer if she's getting upset about people making out of context clips. Simple as. If you're not prepared to people take you out of context, that's on you and no one else. That's not a mentality to have if you want to be a streamer. And you are a streamer. You should be knowing this.
voluntarily sharing online. The proof also that there's some shame here is that, well, Extra Emily immediately deleted this clip. If you want a good piece of advice about the situation, if you thought
Don't try to hide it. You try to hide it, it makes it even worse. Because she tried to hide it, the other clip went hyper viral.
that the clip shared from your own stream was spreading some sort of misinformation, instead of doing a shameless DMCA takedown, how about using your free speech to respond to it? Drop a reply with more context. Do a quote
Yeah,
tweet.
there it
Or
is.
maybe do your own tweet on your own account.
Legit.
Instead, Emily does a DMCA takedown, which is clearly done out of insecurity and a desire to censor anyone sharing a clip from her own content that portrays her in a negative light.
And by the way, YouTubers, content creators hate it when someone else tries to copyright strike, DMCA strike, or whatever someone just because they don't want information shared. It is always backfiring. Always. I mean, just remember the entire, what's her name? I believe Pokemon did it to an extent at a time, and she got like it backfired for her too. But I'm thinking of Sniper Wolf, I believe, that she tried to do that. Although I might be misremembering, because it has been a while.
This whole situation is very shameless, and
oh yeah, and also obviously the Alinity one. The Alinity PewDiePie one. Sorry, obviously that one too.
In a negative light. This whole situation is very shameless, and she deserves all the flack. And this, keep in mind, really reflects the response that was given to the account Yeet, who was the subject of this DMCA takedown. They say right in the actual infringement statement here that these clips are taken out of context of my live stream. I own my live stream content, and this account did nothing to make it his own. He just ripped the video off my live stream without changing it, and it is infringing on my work. Again, this is someone taking a clip of a public stream and then providing criticism. That should not be taken down. At the very least, outside of any sort of legal statements, it's very insecure and just a bad look.
Yeah. I must say, if someone re-uploaded your entire stream, that is copyright infringement. If someone re-uploaded your entire reaction while you're doing your own reaction content on YouTube, that is copyright infringement. A clip where Twitch has the option to show, to create and share clips. That's not copyright infringement. Because Twitch themselves allow it. Literally just admitting to, oh yeah, no, I didn't like that. Bye-bye.
And they even acknowledge that under the statute they're using to file this DMCA, that they'll be liable for any damages, including attorney's fees, if they knowingly and materially misrepresent that reported material or activity is infringing. So they are setting themselves up for a lawsuit here that apparently Yeats, with the backing of Dan Saltman, are ready to make. This is a horrible idea. This whole tweet, this whole response is just doubling down on this DMCA takedown and is shamelessly.
And she's just admitting to just taking it down because she didn't like it. Like, not because of copyright. Like, in her own post, like, you're losing that lawsuit.
Saying that they wanted to silence criticism. It's very obvious that's what they were doing. But the replies on this are brutal. See Omni saying this tweet might be worse than the clip you took down. 100% agree.
No! You guys remember who Mogpie is? Oh my god! Woodog, thank you so much for the 2 months of Prime, man. You remember who Mogpie is? Okay, so I hope everyone is having a good day. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you too, man. The Abuba streamer. The streamer who was being how can I say this without getting demonetized? Who was showing her body on camera of just above the chest area and was swaying her breasticles around for subbies. And who also has started the Black Boy meta. The meta definer. Yes. The dancing Habuba. That one. And of course she supports Emily. Of course she does. Mopai going Abuba on stream. Yeah. Exactly that one.
Then Morgpie decides to share her opinion as if anyone asked. And it's the only reply that she replied to, by the way, where she says, I think the precedent you're setting of not putting up with BS drama and harassment is far more valuable than the ones they are whining about. Actually, I think it's a really bad precedent to abuse the DMCA system to silence people or sharing publicly
Who would have thought?
available clips that make you look bad. Personally, I think that's bad. I think personally clamping down on freedom of speech is a bad idea. But I guess Morg Pie, the legal eagle, the genius here, disagrees. Okay, as if that means anything. But other people saying that's not how the DMCA works. People citing the actual statute.
Well, damn.
This person saying, LOL, your dad always trolls you. How are people taking it seriously?
No one did take it serious. No one did. She did this herself. She caused this herself.
Well, yeah, like people like me, for example, are acknowledging that her dad was trolling, that he was teasing her.
Obviously.
What is she going to do? DMCA my video? Like, go ahead if you really want. Go ahead
Legit.
and try. I think that's a big mistake, by the way. But what is different from me and the people sharing this clip? Are they trying to say that there's something different? Because their reasoning isn't just, oh, I own this content. It's, oh, I own this content. It's making me look bad. Well, my video is making you look bad. Are you going to take down my video next? I don't know. I guess we'll wait. But other people saying you cooked yourself. You just made the point one statement after the clip got traction. That would have been posted and spread by Yeet as well. You're a public figure. You can't ask for the limelight and then abuse the copyright system once the attention you're getting isn't what you want.
Yep.
Streamers really be out of touch. This is going to get worse. Cool. So you admit to abusing DMCA takedowns.
It is.
And so on and so forth. DMCA is meant to protect copyrighted content, not manage criticism, context, or narrative control. Exactly. And this person says, sue them. For
Legit.
what?
Wait, no. Not them. Someone needs to sue her, is what I meant.
If
Oops.
they're upset about how that clip makes them look,
Brain fart.
maybe some self-reflection is in order. Maybe don't share every aspect of your life. Maybe don't stream every second of your life. And just, I don't know, don't put yourself in these situations. This whole thing is completely and utterly ridiculous. And this statement is
Trash.
blatantly hypocritical. It is
Trash.
openly admitting to abusing the DMCA system to silence critics, and it's shameless. The whole thing is shameless. They made a mountain out of a molehill, and it's their fault. There's no one else to blame for any of this. They don't like the way they look from their own actions, and they're trying to silence people sharing it. That's all there is to it.
She wants to sue like she's a black company, Lamau. Like Niji Sanji. Oh boy.
But for now, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Oh boy, man. Is it me or do people really forget constantly on how the Streisand effect works this year? Like legit, we had so many effects of that happening this year. It's crazy. It really is crazy how often, like how many examples of the Streisand effect we had this year. And we're not even halfway through the year yet. We're not even halfway through the year yet, man. What is happening? It really depends now if she gets sued or rejects her DMCA, but no, we can only wait. Yeah. I wanted to see if it's back up, but for some reason my Twitter isn't loading. Like, let's see if it is now. Again, it's not loading. I don't know what's up with that. I really do not. Either way, that will be that with this video, I guess. Thanks for watching.